Fear, sadness, shock. These are just some of the emotions residents are feeling on this small street in Hamilton after a 7-year-old boy was shot inside this home here behind me last night. The boy is in hospital in stable condition as the hunt for 2 suspects continues.
When I put the pressure on, he said, "That hurts." I says, "Well, I got to put a lot of pressure to keep you from bleeding." And he says, "Oh, okay, it's hard to breathe." So I said, "Okay, do you want to sit up a little bit?" And he said, "Yeah." And he says, "Oh, that's better. That's a lot better." Am I going to die? And he asked me that like 3-4 times.
This resident lives just 2 doors down from the house where a young boy was shot last night.
I heard her screaming, so I opened her front door and went in, and he was laying on the floor.
And what did you do?
Grabbed some clothes that were laying there, packed them into the wound, held them tight, and wrapped his hand up and stopped it from bleeding.
I confirm that he was struck at least once. We understand that there are 2 injuries to the child, but we're not confident, or we cannot confirm whether that is one projectile or it was 2 separate incidents.
The shots were fired into the main floor of the home from the rear yard, striking the child. Police say at the time of the shooting there were 3 adults and 2 children in the home, including the boy who was shot. All others are physically safe, just shaken up. Police say some of those adults are known to them.
The nature of how the events unfolded lead us to believe that this residence in particular was targeted. The child himself was not a target of this shooting.
Police say they believe the suspects fled in a vehicle which is being described as a light-colored 4-door sedan.
My son knows who the little boy is, so we've got to explain to him today what happened. How do you explain that? How do you explain that to my 10-year-old that a kid that he goes to school with that he likes was shot last night because of a bad man?
This latest incident, a traumatic reminder of another tragedy which took place on this very street.
This is where Jesse Clark died 5 years ago, right here in my arms on my front porch.
14-year-old Clark was stabbed to death after an altercation between a group of young men. His killer, who was 18 at the time, was charged with manslaughter. Last night's incident is just too much for this father, whose kid goes to school with the boy who was shot.
It's terrifying, really. I don't know what to think, but we want to move. We really don't like it here. And, I don't know what anybody's lifestyle is, and I don't really care. It's none of my business, but when it comes down to this, it becomes everybody's business.
Earlier today, a woman did return to this residence but did not speak to reporters. At this time, we don't have any information on the suspects. We don't know if they are men or women. But Hamilton police are asking if anyone does have any information to reach out to them or Crime Stoppers. Maleeha Sheik, City News, Hamilton.